Hello YouTube, this is Zach again at newtotorah.com. I just wanted to come in and make another video. This time we're going to talk about bug out bags. I got an email from a friend of mine who said that a friend of hers had gotten together with some people from their old church, and they were going to have a preparedness party. And I thought, wow, what a great idea, a preparedness party. That's something I think other people should do. It was kind of like a Tupperware party or a gold buying party. Some of these parties that people get together, the whole purpose of the party really is just to get you to lean towards one retailer or another and buy that product from them. And so this was a preparedness party, and they were pushing you to a certain retailer in order to buy those products from them. But either way, the whole concept is really a good one. And I think people should get together a lot more than they are now and talk about preparedness. People don't talk about it because it's a negative topic. It's a what-if topic. And it's a topic that's important to me. Me and my family have been doing preparedness now for about 5-6 years. And I really enjoy the topic. I've studied it out. I've prepared my family. I sleep very good at night knowing that I have things situated and squared away so that if an emergency or a disaster happens, that we're pretty much going to be okay, or at least to the best of our abilities, be okay for what we've prepared for. Now, a bug out bag is what I want to talk about. I thought it might be a good idea coming down the road that we get together with some other people, maybe some other believers on a Shabbat Saturday night or something like that, to get together for a bug out bag party or a preparedness party and talk about these certain items about preparedness. And just that way we can all share what we do, and people can come and see and maybe learn from others and then think about what they can do going down the road. Now, what I'm going to talk about here is a bug out bag. I brought my bug out bag out, and I'm going to show you what I have. But first, you need to understand what a bug out bag is not. A bug out bag is not something that you can put on and head out to the wood line and live like Jeremiah Johnson or Davy Crockett. That's not what a bug out bag is for. A bug out bag is simply to get you from point A to point B and get you there safely, and so you there at that point you can re-equip and then link up with family members or friends and then go from there. It's not a survival bag. It's a bug out bag. It gets me from here to here, point A to point B, and that's it. Now, I have mine with me every day when I go to work. I keep it in the car. If something happens, an earthquake or something like that, I have a bug out bag with me that can get me from point A, my work, to point B, my home, in a reasonable amount of time, safely and effectively, and then there, at that point, I can re-equip, reevaluate, and then move on. So let me just go ahead and show you what we've got going here. Number one, this is my bag. I kind of have it opened up already. It's a Maxpedition. I bought this at readymaderesources.com. I know the guy there who runs that website, readymaderesources.com, and he's got a lot of great products, and the Maxpedition is one of them. I really like these bags. I believe they're really well made. I've never really gotten a lot of field time with this bag. I've done some hikes with it and done some outdoor activities, but nothing really extended yet. I'm probably going to give it a workout this winter. I don't know yet for sure. But so far, I like the bag. I think it's really well made, but we'll see. And I don't really give a good recommendation of any product until I've used it multiple times. But so far, it looks like it's okay, but we'll see. I'll let you know after this winter. In the bag, I have a number of items. Number one is a clothes bag. I'll get this in a second. I have a clothes bag inside here. And inside this bag, you can tell it's got it's a plastic bag that's wrapped all around it to keep the water out and any moisture out, because in here I have dry clothes. I have a change of pants, I have a couple shirts, cotton t-shirts, but I also have polypropylene clothes in here that would keep me warm if I had to, huff it out in the middle of the winter and maybe stay at a standstill somewhere. The polypropylene is really great at wicking away the water from your skin and keeping you dry and warm, and it's just good stuff. If you can invest in some polypropylene, you really need to do it. So that's what I have in here, and I have a bunch of change of socks. You should never have less than 2 or 3 pairs of socks in your bug out bag, especially if you're going long distances. And I'm only going 11 miles from my work. Got a little beanie, good for a hat. I keep in my bag. I also have this. This is called the Trek Light. It's a hammock, a double hammock that I keep in my bag. It weighs almost nothing. It's very lightweight. Great hammock. I really enjoy this. I've used it once. I slept out overnight with it and had no complaints. But so far I really like it a lot, and it comes with some really heavy-duty cords and some cables and stuff to hook up around trees that makes it almost goof-proof. The people who designed this really put a lot of thought into it. I like it. It weighs almost nothing, and I keep it in my bag just because it's so convenient. And if I ever needed it, chances are I'm not going to spend the night out in the dark with it. When I'm coming home, because I live so close to my work. But if I did, I'll use this. Here's the cables that it comes to. Some really heavy-duty nylon cables, I think they're made out of. But yeah, it comes with a carabiner. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's heavy duty. I like it a lot. It worked out well when I used it one night out in the woods. I was out by myself and had a great time. It worked out great. So the other thing here is Katadyn water filter. This is the Katadyn Vario. I really enjoyed. I've used this one over and over again. I like it. It works great. Katadyn makes some of the best water filters on the market. If you can get one, this one, last time I saw this one price was about $60. You can see them probably higher in the $80 range. But if you go to Ready-Made Resources, carries this too. Usually pretty cheap, but it's one of the best ones out there. Recommend the Katadyn Vario. Check that out and see what you think. I've used this quite a lot. Even had to replace the filter once because I used it so much. But you can get a lot of use out of this. There's some wool gloves. Army issue, paid for by your U.S. tax dollars when I was in the infantry. Thank you very much. But yeah, wool socks or wool gloves. I keep a compass, military lensatic compass. Chances are I wouldn't need this because I know where I'm going because I live so close to where I work, but you never know, so it stays in my bag. I have a plastic bag with flashlights, a couple different flashlights, and some extra batteries. Down there. I have a first aid kit, a small first aid kit in my bag, but outside the first aid kit is Quick Clot. If you ever needed to treat yourself, a traumatic wound, some kind of horrible wound that you needed to treat for yourself or someone else that involved a lot of bleeding, you would want one of these in your kit. This one cost me about $50. Get it. It's a peace of mind that I wouldn't go out with anywhere without one. We keep one in our car. We keep one in the home first aid kit. We actually keep a couple in the home first aid kit here at the house, and then we have one in each of my rucksacks. I have a lot of different rucksacks that I have for different things, different types of campouts that I may be going on, and I have one of these or something similar to it in each one of those rucksacks. So I can't recommend this enough. Quick Clot, get at least one in every rucksack. Your home first aid kit at least. Toilet paper, extra 550 cord. I keep a lot of these in my rucksack. These are hot hands. I love these things. It's the winter time. You want to stay warm, right? So hot hands. When the spring comes around, I'll take a lot of this stuff out of my bag that doesn't need to be there for the summer. But wintertime, my bag gets a little more heavy. But yeah, wintertime, hot hands, these things work great. Ramen noodles. Have lots of ramen noodles. Good quick food if you need to heat something up, get something hot in your belly. Ramen noodles. I usually carry a couple of these David sunflower seeds. These are great for eating while you're walking. It's great protein, great energy, good stuff. My fire starting kit, it's got a spark thrower right there and a lighter, and it's got the Vaseline and cotton ball trick that you may have seen in one of my other videos. Great fire starter, starts right up real quick, and it's got a sewing kit as well in here. Small first aid kit, it's got some alcohol prep pads, antibiotic relief ointments. It's got some toothpaste and a small compact toothbrush, a couple bandages, band-aids, things like that. Just a quick first aid kit. Leatherman. Whistle. This is my canteen cup. I had this when I was in the military. Also, again, paid for by your U.S. tax dollars. Thank you very much. And I kept it ever since. I've been using it ever since. I've cooked I don't know how many meals out of this. I love it, and it'll continue to be with me till the day I die or until I pass it down to my son. Okay. This is an extra bag that I carry where I keep all my food stuff inside my bag, so everything will go in here, and then I'll close it up, and it's got some coffee and some other flavoring things in here for my food. But that's what that is, and that goes inside my bug out bag. I have a brown tarp. If I'm out in the woods and it may be raining and I'm not going to be able to get home that night, then I'll find a place to string this up between a couple trees and keep the rain off me while I'm in my hammock trying to wait out the night. But yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so what else we got here? This is a Makarov P64. It's a 9mm Makarov. It's got a custom holster that I got from Kellogg Holsters. You can look them up online. He makes good holsters. This is a cheap gun. It's a $125 gun. The mags are expensive, but it's a cheap
firearm. $125. It's a Bulgarian-made P64. Whether it's a Russian-made Makarov or a Bulgarian Makarov, these things, $125. You can't go wrong with it. Get one. I mean, it's $125. You can't afford a $125 gun. You're walking home. It's in the middle of a disaster. People are going to be freaking out. You may need to protect yourself from some idiot out there. So I have a throwaway gun. I call this a throwaway gun because it's only $125. It's absolutely reliable. It's one of the most reliable handguns on earth. Anybody who knows handguns will tell you Makarovs are a good gun. And so that's why I own one. It's the P64. Get one. I think that's about it. That's about everything I have in my pack. Yeah. So listen, get a bug out bag. It'll pay off. You're going to want to have one. You just never know when something could happen. You may need to leave your home for an emergency. You may need to leave your work for an emergency. You're not going to be able to use your car. It's good to have something like this on you where you can use it, and it helps you sleep better at night. But that's about it. I hope this has been informational for you, and maybe you'll think about having a preparedness party of your own, or if I know you personally and you're watching this video, maybe you'll come to my preparedness party when we have one, and we'll talk about this and many other things that have to do with preparedness. So, yeah, I'm glad you visit my website sometime, New to Torah. We study the Bible, but we also realize that we live in a fallen world, and sometimes everything just isn't perfect. And so that's why you have to be prepared. So, all right, take care, go home, read your Bible, and I'll talk to you again next time. Thanks.